Yes, it's time for another album ranking. Today we're ranking none other than Iron Maiden. That's right, Iron fucking Maiden is on the chopping block, and I did an album ranking last year, but I thought I'd do another album ranking this year because you know what, Senjutsu was just released, and holy shit, what an incredible fucking album that is, and you will see that album in the ranking as well. This includes Senjutsu. Now, before I start, pop your favorite albums down below. For Iron Maiden, pop your rankings. I want to see all your rankings down below. And this is going to be fun. We got 17 studio albums to rank. The only album I don't have at the moment is Senjutsu. And yes, I'm feeling okay, just getting over a virus. So if I do sound a little bit, you know, croaky, like a grandmother. First up is X Factor by Iron Maiden. And this Blaze Bayley is on this album. This is a good album overall. It's songs like Fortunes of War, Sign of the Cross, and even Man on the Edge. Man on the Edge is a great song as well. This is definitely one of the most progressive metal albums by Iron Maiden with some odd time signatures, great moments as well. Blood on the World Hands is possibly one of the worst songs by Iron Maiden, but I just feel that this album is definitely their weakest. His vocals, on the other hand, aren't that great, to be honest, and at times his vocals are quite high in a mix. The overall production is quite raw and muddy, sounding very similar at times to Senjutsu, except I believe that Senjutsu is a much more better album than the X Factor. But yeah, it's a good album overall, but I just feel it's their weakest. Next up is Iron Maiden Virtual 11. This was Iron Maiden's 11th studio album, and you know what? It's a very good album by Iron Maiden. I really love the sombering album cover as well. It's majestic, it's epic. You got Eddie sucking all the children that are playing games or something. Some great songs like Future Real, The Clansman, and also When Two Worlds Collide, Don't Look to the Eyes of a Stranger, and also Como Estos Migos, one of the best Blaze Bayley songs. Really love the guitar work. There are some repetitive moments as well, especially through The Angel and the Gambler, which is about fucking 9 minutes, and they repeat the fucking chorus like 22 times. At times this album can get in the bin, but at times this album is fantastic. So I'm a bit mixed and torn, but I prefer to listen to this other than the X Factor. Whenever I listen to the X Factor, I just want to kill myself. I just can't listen to all of that album. And his vocals are just so damn fucking annoying, but at least on this album, it's much more catchier, the melodies are incredible, you get some really good songs as well. So yeah, Virtual 11 sits here. Next up is The Final Frontier. This was released in 2010, I believe, and overall this is a good album. Like I am really enjoying it. Now, in my last album ranking, I ranked this last, and the reason why I ranked this last was because of Bruce's overall vocals. Bruce's vocals on this album are okay in my opinion, but his later albums are a little bit better. The overall mixing is good as well. Songs like El Dorado, Mother of Mercy, one of the fucking catchiest choruses by the Maiden, Isle of Orion, that fucking solo, Starblind, The Talisman, which is like 9 minutes, and When the Wild Wind Blows, what an incredible melody When the Wild Wind Blows, and it's perfect for this day and age as well. Talking about the end of the world, the apocalypse, what an incredible song. When the Wild Wind Blows would be one of my favorite Iron Maiden songs ever. Absolutely love it. That melody, so damn good. The album cover is very interesting. It looks like futuristic Eddie is just devouring all the astronauts. The album cover doesn't really do much for me. Eddie does look cool on it, but yeah, it doesn't really fit the overall album. Next up is, I might get a bit of hate, but it's a self-titled album, and yeah, this is a really good album overall. I just feel it's definitely one of their weakest because it's a debut album. Paul Di'Anno on vocals on this. Great songs like Prowler, Remember Tomorrow, that riff on Remember Tomorrow, Running Free, Phantom of the Opera, one of the most progressive songs, Strange World, Transylvania, great instrumental. Iron Maiden, very catchy song. But yeah, Iron Maiden is a good album overall. I feel there are a lot better Maiden albums than this. But yeah, this was the original Eddie, and holy shit, he looks fucking scary as anything, doesn't he? I mean, if I bumped into him in the streets, I would actually run the other way, just how scary he looks. Look at the red eyes, holy crap. Next up is No Prayer for the Dying, and this is when Eddie somehow manages to break through the floor and just drag a prisoner down to hell. This is a great album overall, and I really do enjoy it. Great songs like Tail Gunner, Holy Smokes is pretty fun. The music video done, Holy Smokes. Oh, the music video is interesting. Fate's Warning, The Assassin, Run Silent, Run Deep, Hooks in You is fun as well. Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter. Bring your daughter to the slaughter. So damn good. Mother Russia, that riff on Mother Russia. Mother Russia, dun, 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 dun. No Prayer for the Dying, sitting here. Next up is Fear of the Dark. Fear of the Dark is a fantastic album. This was the album after No Prayer for the Dying. Overall, really good LP. Great songs like Be Quick or Be Dead, From Here to Eternity, sounding a bit like AC/DC. Afraid to Shoot Strangers, great crescendo, the beautiful guitar work on that. The Fugitive, Chains of Misery, Chains of Misery. The Apparition, Weekend Warrior. A lot of people don't like that song. I don't mind it. I think it's a good song. It's kind of glammy. And Fear of the Dark. Good moments of Fear of the Dark. One of my favorite songs. Love Nico's drumming on this. Nico's drumming is absolutely fantastic. Some great moments, some great guitar work. I love the solos. It's just a fun album. This is a pretty simple Iron Maiden album, you could say. It was nowhere near as good as Somewhere in Time or Seventh Son of the Seventh Son or even Numbers of the Beast, but it still holds true to a classic sort of sound Iron Maiden had. Production's really good as well. Next up is another Paul Di'Anno's album, Killers. Killers is fantastic. Really fucking love the album cover as well. Looks like Eddie's on a murderous rampage. Wow, one of my favorite album covers by Iron Maiden. Great songs like Genghis Khan. This is when Clive Burr incorporates blast beats. Yes, this was one of the first songs to incorporate blast beats. Killers, Prodigal Sons. And we got Twilight Zone, we got Drifter. Drifter's a really interesting way to end off the album. And Murders in the Rue Morgue. How catchy is that song? So yeah, Iron Maiden Killers is sitting here, and I really do enjoy it, but I just feel there are other better Maiden albums. Next up is Book of Souls, and Book of Souls has really grown on me big time. Amazing songs, quite progressive album as well, and his vocals are okay on this. They are, or I just feel that he should have been in a lower register. Great songs like If Eternity Should Fail, The Great Unknown. Speed of Light is so damn catchy. You got Death or Glory, along with the Book of Souls, the 10-minute masterpiece of the song Book of Souls. Shadows of the Valley, Tears of Clown is so damn sad as well. The Man of Sorrow is one of the worst fucking Maiden songs. His vocals are absolute shit on that song. And Empire of the Clouds is a great progressive metal masterpiece by Iron Maiden. It is. If you don't tell me it's not progressive metal, there is really something wrong with you. You got fucking rocks in your head. Great moments. Love the odd time signals. Love the piano moments. Love the fast sections. Love the slow sections. The melodies are quite infectious in tone, especially when they're talking about like a hot air balloon crashing. Great fucking album by Iron Maiden. And yeah, you got Tribal Eddie looking at you, staring at you in the bottomless pits of hell. This is quite controversial, but you know what? It's a good album. I love it, but I just feel there are other better Maiden albums. Number of the Beast. Number of the Beast. This good album overall is one of the best, and dare I say, Hallowed Be Thy Name be one of my favorite. Hallowed Be Thy Name was my first Iron Maiden song I heard. It's a great album, but there are some fillers. Gangland. The drumming on Gangland is amazing, don't get me wrong. Great songs like 22 Acacia Avenue. The Prisoner, I feel, is just a filler for this album. Children of the Dam. Children of the Dam is such an incredible song. I love Children of the Dam. Invaders is an interesting song overall. It's definitely a grow of the song Invaders, especially that chorus. This was Bruce Dickinson's first album with Iron Maiden, and yeah, his vocals are absolutely incredible. And of course, you can never forget the Number of the Beast. 666, the Number of the Beast. So damn good. But yeah, I love the atmosphere, love how dark it is. Eddie dancing with the devil on the album cover. So overall, Iron Maiden Number of the Beast is sitting here. Next up is Dance of Death. So Dance of Death is an incredible album by Iron Maiden. Now, if you remember my last ranking, Dance of Death was incredibly low. I love this album, I really do. Great songs like Wildest Dreams, Rainmaker. That chorus is so good, along with No More Lies. Loving Monseku, At the Gates of Monseku. Dance of Death, the fucking melodies on Dance of Death. Gates of Tomorrow, Passchendaele. How emotional is that song? songs like Journeyman, a great fucking way to end off the album. The acoustic melodies, just a acoustic ballad. Oh, it's so damn good. There's just so much emotion conveyed. Just an incredible album overall. Fucking love it. Yeah, Down to Death sits here. The album cover's a bit on the nose, but it is quite funny, to be honest. Not a really big fan of the album cover. Whew. Next up is A Matter of Life and Death. What an incredible LP this is. This is just incredible. I love Bruce Dickinson's vocals on this. Some great songs like Different World, These Colors Don't Run, These Colors Don't Run, Brighter Than a Thousand Suns, the guitar riff on that. Out of the Shadows, what an incredible chorus that is. The reincarnation of Benjamin Brigg. Yet I go on. For the greater good of God. Along with Lord of Light. Lord of Light, what an incredible song that is. I know Questy doesn't like Lord of the Light. And the legacy to end off the album. This is all about war. And the album cover is like one of the best album covers. Eddie over here, and you got the skeletons marching towards a war. Yeah, what an incredible album this is by Iron Maiden. Absolutely love it. And this is why it's so damn high. One of the best modern Iron Maiden albums. One of their best albums of all time. Love Matter of Life and Death. Next up is Senjutsu. I don't have the album with me, but I gotta say this is an absolutely fantastic album. Really is. What an incredible LP for Iron Maiden. To release an album such late in their discography. I love the melodies on this, I love his vocals, I love how his vocals are in a lower register. Some great songs like Stratejo, Have You Seen the Writings on the Wall, along with Lost in a Lost World, The Darkest Hour, hello. The guitar solo is one of the best solos ever by Iron Maiden, absolutely love it. And The Parchment is a fantastic song as well. And How on Earth, like part 2 of When Wild Wind Blows. Just incredible album overall, absolutely love it. But at the moment it's sitting here. But no doubt in the next few years it'll probably climb higher. But I really love the album. I think it's fantastic. You got Draga Overlord Eddie over here, just incredible. Next up is Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. Yeah, this was once my favorite album by Iron Maiden. Absolutely love it. And you know what? It is a great concept album. Great songs like Moonchild, Hear the Mandrake Scream, along with Infinite Dreams, Can I Play with Madness, Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. The elongated notes Bruce does throughout Seventh Son of a Seventh Sons, definitely one of the most progressive songs by Iron Maiden. They incorporate more synths on this album. The Prophecy, The Clairvoyant, Only the Good Die Young. This is a pretty short and sweet Maiden album, but holy shit, it packs a punch. It's a masterpiece. I suppose the reason why it's a little bit lower, it's because of probably I have kind of overplayed this album. I overplayed this album to death. Once my favorite album, it has dropped a little. The album cover is just incredible. Seventh Son of the Seventh Son, I believe, is, I think, the devil or something. I think Eddie represents the actual protagonist that is giving birth to the seventh son, I believe. So yeah, that's why he's holding the seventh son of the seventh son here. Great concept album as well. The protagonist is none other than the seventh son of the seventh son. He's also got some powers as well. If I remember, I believe that the devil actually impregnated a woman that gave birth to the seventh son of the seventh son. I mean, man, what an incredible story that is. One album I believe is probably one of the better Iron Maiden albums. This was Bruce Dickinson's second album for Iron Maiden. We got Peace of Mind. Peace of Mind, what an incredible album. I absolutely love it. A lot of people don't really like this album for some reasons. I love it. Where Eagles Dare, Revelations, that riff on Revelations, Flight of Icarus, fly on your way like an eagle, dive with your boots on, Still Life, Quest for Fire, join the quest for fire, To Tame a Land, Sun and Steel is okay. So there's one weak song, but I just feel that this album is definitely the most replayable album by Iron Maiden. It is such a catchy fucking album. It really is. And you got Eddie chained in a solitary confinement here. Great album overall, and I just never get sick or tired of it. Peace of Mind is sitting here. That's why it's so damn high. Next up is A Brave New World. It's Brave New World. Brave New World, what an incredible album by Iron Maiden. This is the reunion album. Bruce Dickinson comes back. Great songs like The Wicker Man, Your Time Will Come, Ghost of the Navigator, Brave New World, We're Blood Brothers, Dreamer Mirrors, Hello, The Nomad, Out of the Silent Planet, The Thin Line Between Love and Hate. Oh man, what an incredible album by Iron Maiden. I love it. I really do love the melodies, love the solos. This is just a masterpiece. It really is the best modern day Iron Maiden album for sure. Holy shit. The album cover's so damn spooky. Eddie has become a cloud on this album. He's hovering around a city. He's probably going to fucking cause havoc with a city with his massive thunderstorms. He's gonna shoot jizz as rain. Wow. Brave New World is sitting here. Next up is none other than Powerslave. Powerslave, easily my second favorite Iron Maiden album. Now, I believe this album turned 37 years old this year. Great songs like Aces High, 2 Minutes to Midnight, Lost for Words. What a great instrumental. Flash of the Blade, The Duelist, Back in the Village. Okay, I used to hate that song, but now I fucking love it. Powerslave, Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, that fucking masterpiece. Oh, Rhyme of the Ancient fucking Mariner. Holy shit. What an incredible story. What an incredible album. What an incredible album cover as well. Eddie has turned into a sphinx. Oh, it's definitely one of the best Iron Maiden albums. It's just so damn good, it really is. Love the guitar work on this. Love Nico's drumming. The guitar work's amazing. Powerslave is sitting here. And finally, my number one album, Iron Maiden album, is none other than Somewhere in Time. Caught Somewhere in Time. Waste to Years. Sea of Madness. Heaven Can Wait. Heaven Can Wait. The Loneliness of the Long Distance Runner, Stranger in a Strange Land, Deja Vu, Alexander the Great, Alexander the Great. The album covers the best album cover by Iron Maiden when Eddie becomes futuristic in a futuristic world. Holy crap. Maybe it's a concept to The Final Frontier when Eddie becomes a gigantic futuristic monster. I'm not too sure, but this album is incredible. Very progressive sort of album by Iron Maiden. I love the guitar work, love the drums, and Bruce's vocals is definitely one of the best vocal performances by him. Just amazing work, just incredible melodies. It just Wasted Years, what an incredible emotional ballad Wasted Years is. It's so damn sing-alongable. Loneliness of the Long Distance Runner, the drumming on that, the guitar solos. Oh, this is such an incredible album by Iron Maiden, and that's why Iron Maiden, Somewhere in Time, is my number one Iron Maiden album of all fucking time. So yeah guys, that's it for the Iron Maiden album ranking. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Let me know in the comments below your favorite Iron Maiden album as well. Do you agree or disagree with my opinion? Keep the discussion going in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next one.